Hi guys, this is me Kola, and today I'm going to be a little bit talking about freedom of speech. Yes, I'm going to be talking about freedom of speech. To a lot of people, they think, yeah, how much freedom of speech you need, especially when you're a trans. Like you can talk about anything you want. You're already like crossing the limits just by being yourself. So why do you need a freedom of speech? But trust me, guys, a lot of us don't have that power. We are not activists, not all of us are activists out there. A lot of us have to really talk and really think about our families, the environment where we live in. Is it safe for us? Is it safe for us to be who we are? And sometimes our opinions on social media or in real life nowadays can seriously get us in trouble. And I'm not just saying it in terms of like just because I'm trans, so my experiences and my thoughts can put me in trouble only. I'm talking about anyone. Nowadays, if anybody's talking about a little bit of sense, it can offend other people, and then you are suddenly at risk for some reason. And this is a shame, really, how society is going these days like that. Because when I came to UK as a Western country, I thought, wow, I will be in some place where I don't have to worry about if my words can, get me in trouble like that. I have freedom of free speech, not just the, quality of life, but the quality of life is also comes with the freedom of speech, like whatever you want to say, being able to believe what you believe in, as long as you're not harming other people, and being able to, do what you like doing and just show your opinion. If you disagree with something, at least show your disagreement. As long as it shows tiny bit of manners, it comes under a little bit of respect, that's fine. You can show your opinion. But unfortunately, the whole world basically is shrinking now. You can't talk about literally like the people in power, the people who are the part of big communities, because if you're a marginalized person, marginalized community, or if you're an individual, your word can cost you so much. You don't know. You have no idea. Those of you who are privileged, whose mentality are very much in line with the majority of population, you guys don't know how lucky you are, because the people like me or some other people who have tiny bit of different point of views to their community, to their, their own people or the place where they live, whether it goes against the government, whether it goes against the large, communities or whatever, the political views and stuff, you can seriously pay the cost of it. Yeah, it is really risky. And sometimes it makes me wonder, like, I don't talk about a lot of things that I should be talking about, that I see wrong in daily basis. A lot of people, a lot of you guys comment and say like, why don't I talk about politics? Why don't I talk about, the injustice that's happening in society? And why am I only talking about my issues as a trans person? Why don't I just, basically people saying that why can't I just become a Blair White, or why I can't become Lily Tino or someone like that, like anyone who has heavy social media presence. Because when you talk about Lily Tino, she's like completely like woke and stuff. And then when you talk about Blair White, she's not very conservative, but she is tiny bit of conservative, like in that sense. But whereas people like me, small YouTubers who just are here for just making our presence count, basically, and we don't have an agenda to go against someone. We're just sharing our journey. We're just living our life, and we just want to spread the positivity in this dark environment. Whereas you can see us on social media and you can say that, yes, if she can have a good life, or if you're calling me he or whatever, then yeah, you can still call me whatever you want to call me. But you can say, if I'm having an okay life, then why can't you have okay life? Like, if it gives you some sort of help, that counts, and that's special to me, And for me, that is enough. I don't have to go too much right or left to put my point across and try attacking people, And it's not just I'm not just talking about trans community and stuff. I'm talking about how society is becoming nowadays, because I have so much pressure, guys. You know, if it was just about my own life, I wouldn't give too much of a thinking, like, because if you're a single person, you would be going anywhere. But I have to really think about my parents' reputation, my, relatives' reputations, and I'm part of Asian community, and we have so much extra baggage. We can't think of us as an individual, and that's why when I was in relationship with my ex, basically, I was like, we were sharing half and half for that, place where we were living in, and when I was already like working at minimum paying job, and because I was sharing half and half with him, it doesn't mean that I can forget about my family. So what I was doing, I was sharing half and half there, and the rest of the money I was sending to my father so that he can pay the mortgage and stuff. So we have some responsibility, and I mean, everybody has different life. You may not have that, but some people have that. And for me, like, at the end of the day, what was I getting for me? Nothing. The relationship was not like what the relationship was there for me, like just the intimacy I could get like without even relationship. So what was there for me? Because I was feeling like when I was doing job, I was so tired when I was coming back home, like even if I was speaking extra shifts and stuff, I have no energy. And then my relationship was getting into strain because of that. And then, of course, I couldn't compromise on financial condition because both of them was my responsibility. So I had to do it. So, like sometimes you don't want to live that way, but the life gives you the type of choices where you have to compromise a bit. And if you're not the type of person who can't compromise, then good for you. I think I am that type of person who has to compromise, because for me, it's like my family is important. My loved ones are important. I can't talk about a lot of things that I should be talking about. And there's so much that I'm keeping away from you guys. There are so many of my thought process, so much of my thoughts, which goes in me, my views, my everything. I can't share it. A lot of topics I can't share with you guys because I don't want to put them in risk, and I think I have to be sensible about that. So today's life, of course, I wanted to say, like, it sucks that we are living in 2025, but there are certain times we have to really shut our mouth before giving our opinions. And a lot of you, I can imagine, like, you live in a place, or you're facing the political condition where you can't give your point of view because otherwise you'll get in trouble, by authority or by someone, or you would have a problem by being called names and stuff. I just want to say sometimes we have to compromise on it. I wish the world wasn't like that, but I think money talks. So let's see. If I become rich one day, I will definitely talk about those things, because right now I have to live among these people. I can't talk like that. Sorry. Just be safe, guys. That's my message to you. It's nice to share your opinion, but you can only share your opinion if you're alive. So be safe, okay? And prioritize it. Be honest, but be safe. Take care. Thank you.